say, but Dylan has been really, really good. And able to throw his fastball and a fantastic breaking ball. Mid-80s, low to mid-80s type slider. Really been a pretty devastating pitch early this season. And I believe Memphis is going to make a pinch-hitting change here as well. Looks like Tucker Tubbs, right-handed hitting freshman, number 8. Looks like they're going to match up, bring a right-hander up to face Dylan Chavez.
Third pitcher of the ballgame used for Ole Miss. Blair Wright worked an inning and a third. Gave up a couple of hits. Walked a batter, did not have a strikeout. Both runners on base belong to Blair Wright. And it is indeed a pinch hitter for Memphis. Tucker Tubbs, freshman out of Collierville. When Memphis really dips into that Memphis baseball talent pool to fill out their roster. Swing and a miss by Tubbs. Big cut there. And there is a lot of talent in the city of Memphis as far as high school baseball.
A lot of people, a lot of schools, a lot of good players. A couple of really good summer programs, too, that help feed that.
Tubbs hitting 167 on the year. No home runs and an RBI. Three-quarter swing right there. He's way out in front for strike 2.
When you're behind on the fastball and ahead on the breaking ball, it's not where you want to be as a hitter. That's where Tubbs has been on the first 2 pitches.
2-2 ball game, top of the 7th. Memphis with runners at first and second. Ole Miss has made a pitching change. It's Dylan Chavez in. Memphis countered with a pinch hitter. Tubbs behind in the count 0-2. White at second. Wilson at first. This pitch misses for ball 1.
You see that good velocity up and out of the zone with that fastball, at 91 miles an hour. Really set up to do whatever he wishes here. Wouldn't surprise me to see that back knee breaking ball, though. Not sure Tubbs can handle that one.
The 2-2 from Chavez. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. There's a fastball down and in. And got him swinging.
Tubbs just simply overmatched that at bat. I'm not sure it mattered what pitch we threw, as long as we threw it over the strike zone. But that was a good one. That one, watching the Rebel Vision replay, really bearing down and in on him. Maybe almost a little cutter action on that 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Big strikeout by Dylan.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Ethan Gross. Gross 0 for 3, couple of strikeouts and a fly out to right. He's got 2 runners on base. Memphis trying to break a 2-2 tie. Batting in the top of the 7th. They got a leadoff single from White. Sack bunt from T.J. Rich moved him into scoring position. Walk of Ford Wilson. Now a chopper back to the mound. Fielded by Chavez. He'll throw to first. Over me, and the Rebels get out of the inning with no damage.
That's great pitching right there. It's such a luxury to have a guy that can come out of the pen, be able to strike somebody out. His little tap out. Great job by Dylan.
No runs on a hit. There were no errors and 2 men left on base. 7th inning stretch time at Swayze Field. We got a good one. 2-2 between Ole Miss and Memphis. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to Ole Miss Baseball and watching it on Super Talk Mississippi 105.5 and Rebel Vision. It's top of the 8th inning at Swayze Field in Oxford. McLean, Wilson, and Hines. This is the part of the order that Memphis likes having coming up, being a tight ball game. McLean is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Actually, he's 0 for 3. Takes a strike here. Fly out. Reached in the 3rd on an error. And then a pop out in the 5th. The 0-1 from Chavez. Called a strike. Got to the point where you really don't want to give up any free base runners.
No, you don't.
The 2-2. Out back, pretty good at bat working here for McLean. The Memphis left fielder, who bats in the 2-hole, came in with a .417 average. The 2-2 from Chavez. Grounded right side. Fielded by the new first baseman, Sykes Orvis. He flips to Chavez, who just does get his foot down in time. Ahead of McLean, who can really run.
Well, welcome to the game, Sykes Orvis. Sit over on the bench for 7 innings. Hadn't played a lot this year. And not only does he get a ground ball, but he gets an in-between hopper over there in first base. Nice play. Dylan Chavez. Watching the Rebel Vision replay.
He got it.
He got him.
First pitch is a ball to the 3-hole hitter Jacob Wilson, who's 1 for 3 today. Ground ball right side. Yarbrough fields it, throws over to Orvis at first. 2 up, 2 down in this half of the inning. 4-3 for the second out. So it Sykes Orvis at first base. He enters the game for Zach Kurtze, who was a pinch hitter for Preston Overby. Orvis, 6'2", 232, true freshman out of Orlando, Florida.
And what he just did is not easy. It's a lot easier to go in and pinch hit.
First pitch misses for ball 1 to Eli Hines. Hines is 1 for 3 today, scored a run in the second. Both of Memphis' runs in the second inning. Ole Miss a pair of runs, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. 2-2 game here at the top of the 8th inning. Pitch is away for ball 2, 2-0. Derek Thomas waits on deck.
A lot of zeros on that scoreboard. A lot of innings that nobody scratched.
The 2-0. Strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Cool, and it's kind of damp at the ballpark. The 2-1. Fister to the shortstop, Navalu. He got called in between, catches it on a hop, throws to first, got him in time. Well, it looked like there was some confusion between Navalu and Yarbrough as to who was going to catch it.
That ball should have been caught in the air. I mean, Blake's got to just keep going, catch that ball, but he and Alex are looking at each other. After that, what an incredible play by Navalu to be able to catch that ball on the hop and still get the Memphis runner at first base. What should have been an easy play turned out to be a very hard play, but out number 3.
So Memphis goes 1-2-3 in the 8th, and Ole Miss will try to take the lead in the bottom of the 8th when they bring to the plate the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. 7.5 in the books. We're back in a minute on Super Talk Mississippi 105.5. Top 9, Ole Miss 7, Memphis 2. The Rebels got 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning to create some separation in this ball game. Derek Thomas to lead things off for Memphis, followed by Carter White and T.J. Rich. Rebels 3 outs away from their 6th win of the year. Swing and a miss for strike 1 to Derek Thomas. With Keith Kessinger, I'm Richard Cross. Keith will go downstairs in just a couple of minutes for a conversation with Mike Bianco and one of our players as well. Ball pop foul over the grandstand roof. It's 0-2.
It wouldn't even have to be 3 because when he first came in, we weren't ahead. Well, actually, he gets the win, doesn't he?
Yeah, he gets the win in this game.
That's right.
Ground ball to Navalu, throws to first.
Even better.
Runner by a step. 6-3. 1 out in the inning. Yeah, this was a 2-2 game when Dylan Chavez entered it. Ole Miss got all 5 of its runs to make it a 7-2 game in the 8th. So, yeah, he stands to be the winning pitcher. Swing and a miss. The ball rolled to the backstop. I don't think that was even a foul tip. But just a whiff. Carter White at the plate. White's had a good baseball game today. Sacrifice in the 2nd, double in the 4th, single in the 7th. So he's 2 for 2, and as you've said earlier, has caught a good game as well. And Carter White for Memphis. Freshman.
He's a good-looking player. He certainly had a good day today.
Strike called. It's 1-2 to Carter Wright. Freshman out of Hoover, Alabama. The 1-2. Just missed big. Third strike. Will Allen was ready to sling that one around the diamond. 2-2.
Certainly had enough of the plate. Plate umpire John Whitaker clearly thinking that one was down.
Second out of the inning. Little pop.
Defensive change out there I notice now that.
Oh, you do, don't you?
Jake Overby, second base.
Just added a 2 to it. Jake Overby, yep. 22 at second base, replacing Alex Yarbrough. One of the few times that you will see Yarbrough not play all 9.
Two freshmen over there on that side. Good communication. Sykes Orvis cuts in front of Jake Overby. Makes the play.
2 down. Ground ball foul.
It's freshman on that whole side of the field. Senquez Golson to right.
What a game by Senquez Golson. Not huge offensive numbers, but today was the first day you knew the speed was there, and you've seen a couple of strike called, 0-2. Seen a couple of bang-bang plays or infield singles, but today was the first day that the speed was shown off on the diamond. 2 out in the inning, the 0-2 from Dylan Chavez. Check swing, did he go? They will appeal and say no. Third base umpire Shelby Knight says that T.J. Rich held off. Rich is 2 for 2 in the ball game with a sacrifice. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield straight away, infield on the grass almost all the way around. The 1-2. They will again appeal and again say no.
And again, there's a groan from the crowd.
Shockingly. The appeal rule a little different this year. We've talked about it, not so much with how they appeal, but you got to see a full attempt for it to be a check. Strike 3 called. Yeah! No check swing, didn't matter. Dylan Chavez gets the win. T.J. Rich goes away looking, and the Rebels, with some fireworks in the bottom of the 8th, get their 6th win of the year to improve to 6-1 and run their winning streak to 5 consecutive. Keith Kessner is headed downstairs for some post-game interviews with the player and head coach Mike Bianco. We'll give you the totals from this one in a couple of minutes. It's Ole Miss 7, Memphis 2. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in 2 minutes plus 10 seconds for station ID on Super Talk Mississippi 105.5. And the win goes to Dylan Chavez. And that's who Keith Kessner is visiting with right now downstairs. Keith?
Yeah, got Dylan Chavez with me, big left-hander from California. Let's just start. We're going to talk a good bit on a couple things. Let's start number 1 with today. You come in, a couple of guys on, tight ball game. What Coach Bianco tell you when he gave you the ball?
Basically, Coach B just told me to come in and, just pound strike zone and, just come out here with my best stuff and compete, and that's all I had to do today.
You're a guy that gets a chance to pitch a lot, or at least so far this year. I know from my experience, you got to like coming to the ballpark every day with a chance to pitch.
I do. I just have to stay mentally prepared. I never know when my number's going to get called. And, basically, Coach Laff tells us just to be, ready for anything, and, that's just what I try to do.
You came from a junior college in California all the way to Mississippi to play college baseball. Talk a little bit about the adjustments that you've had to make.
Oh, it's a big adjustment, especially in the level of play, and it's fun to get out here and play baseball in front of 10,000 of the best fans in the world. And I just really thankful for the opportunity to be here at Ole Miss.
We've talked to several of the new guys. There's nothing quite like playing. Of course, you hadn't had an SEC experience, but just talk briefly about just the adrenaline you get from being able to play in a ballpark with fans like this.
Oh, there's so much adrenaline. You hear them clapping when you get to strike 2. Waiting for you to get to the 3rd strike. So it definitely pumps you up. So the adrenaline definitely helps me pitch better. Helps me be at my best.
Dylan, congratulations. Big W for the Rebels today. You were a big part of it. We appreciate you joining us here.